Okay, so the past couple days we've been learning about, well, block 8, we talked about those properties of logs. So today we're on 8b.8, and we are going to use the properties of logs. Use the properties of logs and substitute. Okay, so we're going to use those 3 properties of logs, and we're going to be substituting with them. Bunch. So, first one I want to make sure you remember is the product rule. Write this down, everyone, including Tyler. Product rule. Product rule tells you that log base b of m plus log base b of n is equal to log base b of m multiplied by n. And actually that rule goes backwards as well, okay? So yesterday we were condensing, or on block day we were condensing. Today we're actually be going backwards, and we're going to break things up so that we can substitute for them, okay? And you'll see what I'm talking about when we do examples, okay? But this is the product rule in case you forgot. The quotient rule, quotient means divide. So the quotient rule tells us that log base b of m minus log base b of n is equal to log base b of m divided by n. And then the last one for those properties was the power rule. And the power rule tells you that log base b of m to the p power is equal to p multiplied by log base b of m. So that was the one that I told you was kind of like walking your dog. Okay, the dog can only walk to the front of its owner. It can only go as far as its leash will allow. You see? Yeah. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is you're going to be given, so I'm going to give you a couple of values. Okay, given that log 36 is equal to a and log 4 is equal to b. So given log 36 equals a and log 4 equals b. And your instructions are going to tell you to find the following. Find the following in terms of a and b. Okay, so find the following in terms of a and b. So we're going to be doing a lot of substitution here. Now, even though I gave you log 36 equals a and log 4 equals b, are there any other log facts with this same base that you already know that I didn't write down? What's the base that's on these two? Base 10. Do you know any other bases of 10? Like memorized? Like log base 10 of 10 maybe? What is, you already know log 10, right? What is log 10? 1. So what you need to do is whenever you're given these types of problems, you also want to write down other ones that you know, okay? Like these are whole numbers. Are there any other bases of 10 that you also know? Do you know log of 100? Yes, so you should write that one down. So log of 100 would be equal to what? 2. Okay, so you want to write down any other supplementary ones that might be able to help you. Okay, and it's a little unclear as to why. But right now, so for example number 1, I would like you to find log of 144. Okay, so essentially what you're doing today is we're going to give you kind of like a target number, and you need to figure out how can I make, for this one, 144, if all I'm given is 36 and 4. Okay, the reason I write down the additional ones is because this might help. Okay, it might help me to be able to, how can I make a 144 out of now 36, 4, 10, and 100? And I don't have to use all of them. I can use just one. You could use multiple ones. So is there any way to use multiplication or division or exponents to get 144 out of 36 and 4? So listen to my question one more time. Is there any way to use 36 and 4 using multiplication or division or exponents to get 144? (36 times 4). Okay? You're going to have to do some work with multiplication and division and exponents. Okay? So log 144 is equal to, would you say that 144 is equal to 36 times 4? I'm telling you, 36 times 4 is equal to 144. Okay? Then we're going to go backwards here. So a multiplication can break down to be what? If we go backwards, multiplication turns into what? Addition. So you can break these apart. This would become log 36 plus log 4. Then once you have these all by themselves, you can substitute. Okay? Were you given 36? What is log 36 equal to? A. I just gave it to you. I told you. 36 is equal to A. Plus, what's log 4 equivalent to? B. That's your answer. Okay? We're finding these in terms of A's and B's. So you're substituting to figure out how can you make these target numbers given what you have. Right? And you are always going to be given the correct amount of things. Okay? So you're always going to be able to do this. I don't want to see any no answers or no solution. There is a solution. You can figure out how to make these numbers. Okay? Try log 16. Okay, so think about it. How can I make 16, excuse me, out of 36 and 4? 4 times 4. Okay? This is log 4 times 4. Or do you see another way that I could make 16? 4 times 4 is really the same thing as what? 4 squared. Okay, so you could write it as 4 times 4 or 4 squared. You will still get the same answer either way. Okay? Multiplication, how do I break down multiplication? What does that become? Addition. So this would become log 4 plus another log 4. What can I replace log 4 with? B. Plus another B. And what is B plus B? 2B. Okay, 1B plus another B equals 2B. You're not multiplying together. Do not tell me it's B squared. Okay, well, it would be wrong if you say B squared. Let's say that. Okay, 2B is the answer we're looking for. Okay, I'm going to give you a pretty good amount of examples for these because I want you to see basically every type of scenario that you will on your homework. Okay, how about log of 9? Okay, log of 9. How can I make a 9 by manipulating 36 and 4? Say it again. 36 divided by 4. So you guys starting to see how I'm saying to get those target numbers. So log 9 is log 36 divided by 4. Anywhere you'd like is fine. What is a quotient rule? Or excuse me, what is divide? What does divide break into? Subtraction. So this becomes log 36 minus log 4. So log 36 minus log 4. What can I substitute for log 36? A. Minus, what can I substitute for log 4? B. That's your answer. Okay? You're just substituting. Now, make sure on these ones that you're just substituting in the correct letter. Okay? It's not always going to be A minus B. It could be B minus A. Okay? So just make sure you're substituting the correct letter in for what you have. Okay? Try another one. For number 4. Let's try log 2. This one's a little bit more challenging. How can I make 2 if I'm given 36 and 4? And remember, you also know 10 and 100. So if you need to, you could use those numbers as well. Think of how can I make a 2 if I'm given a 36 and a 4? 4 divided by 2 works. But let me show you what would happen. Don't write this down. Okay, if you had log 4 divided by 2, that would turn into log 4 minus log 2, right? You know what log 4 is, right? So you'd substitute that, you'd get b minus, do you know what log 2 is? No. So that's a good idea, but it doesn't quite work. Okay, is there another, because then you're right back to where you started. Like that's not really helpful. How else can I make a 2 from manipulating a 36 and a 4? And you don't have to use both. You could just use one. You were on the right track thinking 4 divided by 2. Is there another way, Thomas, that you could? Not 4 squared, because 4 squared would give you 16.
Oh, I mean
Root, right. So the square root of 4. So something like the square root of 4. What's another, I don't know, better way to write the square root of 4? 4 to the 1/2, right. So when you're doing these, okay, I want you to write yourself a note that you're going to use multiplication, division, and exponents. Okay? So exponents, since I can't really use radicals, I'm going to rewrite that as an exponent. Okay? So basically, yes, this is the same thing as log of 4 to the 1/2 power. Okay? Because I know what to do with a power. What can I do with a power? Which rule should I, or which property does that apply to? The power rule. Okay, what happens with a power? Remember, walk it to the front. Okay, walk your power puppy to the front. So this becomes 1/2 multiplied by log 4. What is log 4 equal to, or equivalent to? B. So 1/2 multiplied by b, you could see it written like this, or you could see it written as b over 2. I don't really care how your answer looks. Oh, sorry. So it doesn't really matter to me. Just understand that on a multiple choice test, these are equivalent. Okay, either way is fine. I kind of like this way a little bit better, but it doesn't really matter. Questions? Is this difficult? Is this easy? It's obviously tiring to many of you, I can tell. Or it's just Friday, and that's just your lovely faces. Okay. How about log 1/4? Find log of 1/4. Ideas? Jalen? How could I get 1/4 using a 36 and a 4? Or just one of them? Be thinking multiply, divide, or exponents. Tanner, ideas? You could. What can you multiply? What can you divide to get 4 out of a 36 and a 4? Say what? Oh, exponents, yes. Not multiply, not divide. Let's try the next one. Exponents, yes. How could I use exponents to make log of 1/4? 4 to the, what power? -1 power, okay? Then, what do I do with this exponent? You guys got this. Walk it to the front. Okay, walk it to the front. -1, oops, sorry, multiplied by log 4. If you multiply this negative, multiplies by what's log 4? B, negative b. It's not 1 minus b. Okay, it's -1 multiplied by b. So your actual answer here is -b, and that's it. Okay, I'm going to do one more like this, and then we're going to move to something a little bit different, and then I promise you'll be done. You'll have plenty of time to do some work today. Okay, try log 360. Okay, log 360. So again, I want to figure out how can I make a 360 if I'm given a 36 and a 4, or a 4. 36 or 4. Any ideas? 36 and 10, okay? This is why at the beginning I gave you some more. I said, think of what else do you know? Because if you just had 36 and just had 4, you don't have enough, okay? Even though these are given to you, these are ones that you automatically know. That's why I've been making you do all those log facts, okay? Because you know your multiplication facts. You know the log facts. So this one could be broken down to be log 36 times 10. Okay, what does multiplication break into? Addition. So log 36 plus log 10 What can I substitute for log 36? A plus, what do I substitute for log 10? What's log 10? 1. Okay, because remember the missing base is 10. A plus 1, or if you write 1 plus A, does not matter. Okay, either way, you broke that down correctly. Do we have any questions? I'm sorry that you're sleepy today. Yes, ma'am. Because the base on 10, remember there's that invisible base. So what's the exponent on 10 that makes 10? 1. 10 to the first power. Make sense? Okay. Next part is almost exactly the same, but I'm going to give you some actual approximate number answers. Okay, so for this one, if I tell you given that log of 2 is, approximately, so you do those kind of like wavy equal signs, approximately 0.300. Okay, so basically I'm telling you the exponent on 10, even though it's missing here, even though it's a given 10, this is called the common log, exponent on 10 that makes 2 is 0.3, about. Okay, it's not perfect because I don't want to write a million decimal places, but it's approximate. I'm also going to tell you that log of 3 is approximately 0.477. Now, if I let you use calculators, okay, if I let you use calculators, you would actually have to find every single value. So this is why calculators are, it's nice that you can't use them here, okay? Because otherwise you would have to find every single value for every single base, and it is a giant math problem if you did that, okay? These, I'm just giving you these two, okay? So again, we're going to ask you to find, and on this one, I'm going to ask you to find the approximate value. Approximate value. And we say approximate because it's not exactly perfect because I don't want to write a million decimal places. So find the approximate value of, and I'm going to give you 3 of them here. Okay, you guys are going to try them, and then we'll kind of confirm. Okay, so find the approximate value of log 3 divided by 2. For number 8, I want you to find the approximate, okay, seriously, these pencils are crazy. Find the approximate value of log 6. And then last one, number 9. I want you to find the approximate value of log 12. So given, I gave you log 2 and log 3. What else might you want to write down? What do you also maybe want to write down? Find the approximate value. So what else are we missing? This time it's going to be your fault. What does this mean? No.
Oh, no.
That's right. Keep writing.
What are you talking about?
Does that mean you have to run 5 miles?
It means all you guys got to run 5 miles.
Oh my.
Yeah, you better pay attention. Okay, so what else do you know? I gave you log 2, I gave you log 3, but what do you know because you're smart? Well, Sarah knows because she's actually up front and currently paying a little bit of attention. She knows log 10, and log 10 is equal to what? 1, okay? You really don't probably need past that, but just in case. So now I know 2 and 3 and 10. So try these on your own and we'll check our answers together as a community. Help me help you today, please. 3 over 2. How can you get 3 over 2 out of 2 and 3? Is not the correct answer. What does the quotient rule tell you? Change it to subtraction. So log 3 minus log 2. Then you substitute. So what is log 3? 0.477, be careful to make sure that you're substituting the right thing, minus, what's log 2? 0.300. You do not need a calculator to do this. You are capable. You can probably even do it in your head. What is 0.477 minus 0.300? 0.177. I would like it if you put the 0 in front of it, though. Okay? 0.177.
Wait.
Seriously?
You're right.
Dude, that is like, that's all kinds of backwards right there. Okay, try another one. Let's think about this. Log 6. How can I make a 6 out of 2 and 3? Yes.
You have to multiply the 2 and the 3, but really you have to add 0.300 plus.
Okay, so take it step by step. Okay, now this is the other thing. There's a lot of you that are going to do this. Don't do it all in your head. Okay? On your test, if you don't write any work, I can't give you any partial credit, even if you make one small, tiny little error. So show some work. You don't have to show every single step, okay? But show something so it doesn't look like you just grabbed the magical answers off of my answer sheet when I show it to you. Okay, so here, log, this is, say it again, Tyler. How do you break down 6? 2 times 3. 2 times 3 turns into what? Addition. So use the product rule. Use the product rule backwards. So log 2 plus log 3. Then and only then, once you have these completely by themselves, you can substitute. Log 2 is equal to 0.300. Log of 3 is equal to 0.477. Add those together in case you forgot how to add decimals. Line them up perfectly. These both have the same number of decimal places, and that gives you what? 0.777. Yay, last one. This one's a little bit tricky though. How can you make 12 out of 2 and 3? Multiplication, division, exponents. Go. Okay, a little, yes, we're going to use some exponents, but how? There's 2 parts, yes. How can you make 12 out of 2s and 3s? 2 squared times 3. So log 2 squared is really 4. Okay, so if you needed to, you could break this down to 4 times 3. Then that would become log 2 squared times 3. There's actually a bunch of different ways you could get this, okay? But this one totally works. Now, remember, when you use order of operations, you have to go backwards here. So what rule should I use first? The product rule or the power rule? The product rule. Okay, you have to go backwards. So you have to break this part up first before you can move it. Okay, so this one you're going to break up. Multiplication breaks to be what? Addition. So log 2 squared plus log 3. Then your power dog walks to the front. 2 multiplied by log 2 plus log 3. What do I substitute for log of 2? So 2 times 0.300 plus 0.477. I know there's some decimals here, but you can do this. They're not going to be crazy. 2 times 0.300 gives you what? 0.600 plus 0.477 adds together to be 1.077. Okay, I'm sorry that was so painful, but yes, you have to deal with some decimals. Okay, homework on this. There's 2 parts. If you want to stamp for extra credit, you have to have both parts done first, okay? The first part is worksheet 8. You're doing 1 through 16. Yes. The second part is the book page, so on page 510, just numbers 7 through 14. I will put up the book page under the document camera so you don't have to try to go dig your book out from under your bed or wherever it might be, your mom's car or whatever. You have some time, okay? You could finish this for sure, okay? I'm more than willing to give you extra credit if you finish in class, okay? Anyone have questions? No? Good?
Oh, can I see your notebook?
Can I see my notebook? Yes.